Hey guys, what's up? Today, I'll be going over Creepypasta. And a lot of you already may know what it is, but a lot of you also may not because you live under a rock. So, Memebase recently came out with the updated Creepypasta review of what their take on it is. So I'll be going over that and sharing with you what I think it is and how I view it. This thread currently has 893,928 views, 34 related videos, hundreds of pictures, and hundreds of comments relating to this subject. This was originally posted in 2007 and has been revised a couple days ago by Brad on Memebase. Anyway, this is what Creepypasta is. Creepypasta is a popular subgenre of copypasta, which consists of short horror stories and urban legends that are shared via message boards or email. While the majority of creepypasta stories are meant to unnerve or frighten the reader, some authors have reappropriated the genre into an effective form of bait-and-switch trolling. While folklores have been an essential part of cultural traditions for many centuries, the term urban legend began appearing in print publications as early as 1968 and became widespread through a series of books written by English professor John Harold Bunvard in the early 1980s. Since then, the word has become closely associated with short horror or mystery stories set in modern day. Starting in the 1990s, chain letter emails quickly emerged as a primary medium for sharing such stories on the internet. There are many forms of chain emails that threaten death or taking of one's soul by telling tales of others' deaths, such as the Katu Lada Kulu chain email, stating that if it was not forwarded, the receivers of the message would be killed by the spirit. Another involved an email involving, that's a weird way to say that. Another involved that's really weird. Another involved an email involving a homicidal Mickey Mouse who would intrude the recipient's domain to kill him or her unless sent to the number of recipients, 25 in this case. Any lower, they will suffer death, injury, paranoia, and bad luck. Hold on real quick. If they suffered it in that order, then injury, paranoia, and bad luck wouldn't matter. So, anyway. The internet slang term creepypasta, which is derived from the word copypasta, did not enter the vernacular of the 4chan community until 2007, with the earliest known archive thread dating back to July 6, 2007. A TV tropes page for creepypasta was created on December 3, 2010. A New York Times article titled "Bored at Work? Try Creepypasta or Web Scares" was published on November 12, 2010. A Facebook fan page has 9,277 likes as of October 28, 2011. Creepypasta archives can be found on various sites including creepypasta.com, the Creepypasta Wikia, Go Wiki, Tumblr, the SCP Foundation, and Microhorror. Some examples are The Old Lady and Bad Dream. Some parodies have been made. Parodies of creepypasta, sometimes referred to as retarded creepypasta or just bad creepypasta, can be intentionally silly, anticlimactic, or intellectually incoherent for comedic effect. Some of the more notable examples in this category includes "Then Who Was Phone?" and "Skeleton Popped Out." And this is an excerpt from Skeleton Popped Out. A few years ago, a man was walking down a road because his car broke down, and he saw a car coming behind him, so he stuck out his thumb to hitchhike, and the car stopped ahead of him. He ran up to the passenger side and opened the door. When he opened the door, a skeleton popped out. Ah! It's written all caps. It's supposed to be really, I don't know, just go read it for yourself. Several creepypastas are accompanied by video uploads on YouTube that help illustrate and provide additional depth to the story. Notable examples include Smile.jpg, The Grifter, Squidward Suicide, Ben Drowned, and SuicideMouse.avi. The creepypasta video titled The Scariest Picture on the Internet was uploaded to YouTube on September 8, 2010, and has received 366,823 views as of October 28, 2011. Some of the more notable stories are Lavender Town Syndrome, and it is a series of creepypasta stories and videos that detail a conspiracy to cover up mass child suicides. These suicides were allegedly caused by listening to the first version of the Lavender Town theme in the Japanese version of the Pokemon Red and Green games. Pokemon Black is a creepypasta story about a bootleg Pokemon Red Game Boy game in which other trainers and Pokemon can be killed. The creepypasta predates the release of the Nintendo DS game Pokemon Black, so it's not associated with it at all. Majora's Mask, also known as Ben Drowned, is an online legend about a haunted Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask cartridge for the Nintendo 64 video game console. It is often associated with the phrase, "You shouldn't have done that," and is popular among users of 4chan's X Paranormal board. Search queries for creepypasta began to pick up in August of 2007, around the same time the earliest archived 4chan threads were posted. And many different sites have taken on creepypasta, such as 4chan, Wikipedia, the SCP Wiki, creepypasta.com, Creepypasta Wikia, Facebook, Tumblr, Microhorror, yeah. And also you should go check out the New York Times article, Bored at Work, Try Creepypasta or Web Scares. Anyway, my view of what I've been doing creepypasta for about, I'd say a year now. So, and I've seen enough of it to get an idea for what I like and what I don't like. For me, Slenderman and Jeff and all that, that's associated with creepypasta as well, if you didn't know that, if you're retarded. Those I like. Those, the Rake, Bob, the whole Marble Hornets thing, love it all. But there comes a point where, like, Pokemon Black and Lavender Town, those are classics. They can't be taken away. But people spam these stories, and they get old, and people just keep remaking all this, and even though they're trying to be creative, and they're trying to make stories, but they really don't understand the premise of it and how to do it right. Because I've read so many quote-unquote lost episode stories which involve lost episodes of shows that were created and never aired, and they usually have to deal with something, I don't know, where main characters die or something, which is actually Squidward Suicide and Suicide Mouse. But and those are fine, those stories are fine, but people keep making these, I don't know, there's just so many bad stories out there. There's like 8 bad stories for every good story that I read, and it really bothers me. But that was what creepypasta, the latest description from Memebase of how they view it, and a brief way of how I view it. So that's about it. I'm gonna stop rambling now. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.